Hi Leo, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Welcome in if you're new. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. Okay, this is for the week of June 21st through the 27th. And we are having a full moon on June 24th, a full moon in Capricorn. Letting go of stuff, the old habits, the old patterns, the old things that we're trying to shake off so that we can move forward now. I think it's something that it has been happening and will happen throughout the year of 2021, actually, with the big square, right? So it is the big transit of the year, and this full moon sort of activates that. It's a good enlightening. That's a good word for it. It's enlightening, quite literally. It lightens you. So, yeah, try to let some stuff go. You may be changing jobs, homes. You may really have some big changes coming forward now, especially with Mercury going forward. Okay, today we're going to use the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reed. I'm going to pull one for you, and the Muse Tarot. I'm going to do 9 cards for you. So let's do a card from the Oracle of the Seven Energies for you. Leo, there it is. Tender Embrace, Leo. Tender Embrace. Beautiful. Let's look at that. Number 22, Tender Embrace for you, Leo. I know that Mars is in Leo right now, which can be a little assertive and all that. So a tender embrace sounds like a good way to use that energy. Compassion, warm-hearted care for self and others, sensitivity and empathy, benevolence and kindness. Put your hand on your heart and breathe deeply, inhaling a sense of gratitude. Now, how do you feel? Keep doing this. Tuning into the world around you, others you know, and even those you don't know. Can you feel compassion for them? Compassion is an emotion of tenderness and sensitivity. It's a feeling of benevolence and reverence as you stand witness to the suffering of the world. Now is the time to reduce that pain and focus on compassion in all areas of your life. Today, do something deliberately kind for another. Even looking a stranger in the eye and smiling can make a world of difference. The questions to ask now are, where do I need to be kinder and gentler? How can I serve, and in what capacity can I be in alignment with the solution to the suffering of the world? In what capacity can I be in alignment with the solution to the suffering of the world? Could it be that you need to be more compassionate towards yourself, Leo? If you spend all your time in service to others, it's easy to forget about your own needs. When you accept yourself, you can bring more loving energy to others. Forgive me. Mercury Retrograde. Today, make a commitment to practice self-compassion. Release yourself from the burdens of perfectionism. Allow yourself the grace to be human, and then do the same for all others. It's not your job to tell others how to express themselves, even if you don't like the way others behave, or the way the world behaves. Today, be kind for no reason at all, and watch miracles arrive. Compassion. There you go. Leo, I think it's a really good card for you right now. There's a full moon, letting go of things that are old and worn out in your life, that just wasn't working, first of all. Mercury coming finally through its retrograde and starting to move forward after the 22nd of June, helping you to get some clarity on what you've been learning about the things in your life that you want to change, right? And then 2 big planets, Jupiter on the 20th and then Neptune on the 25th, going retrograde into Pisces, which is all about compassion. So these retrograde planets, there's 4 other planets in retrograde, right? Mercury's going forward, but the other 4 are helping us internally to do that, to help us to find a way back to our spirit, a way back to our heart, to feel compassion for the rest of the world. The world is in such a place of dichotomy, so having compassion for the whole is, I think, a beautiful way, Leo, to get your energy into the right headspace and heart space, and will help you walk in more of your spirit. I think it's a good mind, body, spirit practice for you right now, because I think with the planet of war, Mars, in Leo right now this week, you might get triggered or, get fired up about stuff. So Leo, tender embrace, right? Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Pay it forward. I love it. This week for you, Leo, pay it forward. How about that? All right, let's pull your 9 card. The Muse Tarot. I'm going to cut the deck. Okay. 9 cards. I'm going to call them out, and then I will show them to you horizontally and vertically, and we'll do big picture. And talk about what this tender embrace, this compassion is about. We have the 4 of Inspiration, Page of Inspiration, and the 9 of Inspiration. Wow. All fire. Look at that. Yeah, that's Mars in your sign, Leo. Then we have the 5 of Voices. Okay, the Knight of Voices. I get it. And the 8 of Voices. Wow. We got heart and mind here. Or I should say spirit fire. More than heart. Okay, 8 of Inspiration, 2 of Voices, and the Empress. Oh, good card to end on. And under the deck, the Tower. Okay, yeah. Wow, let me take this in. Now, Leo, let's do a good exercise for you right now. How about we just take 3 deep cleansing breaths, bring down the cortisol and stress. In through your nose, fill up your diaphragm. Push out, drop your shoulders, and relax. Bring down the cortisol, the stress hormone, right? Helps to raise your serotonin and dopamine. Let's talk about the Tower. The Tower is a moment when what you had decided was true, what you had believed in the past, just doesn't hold true anymore. And you realize there might be a better way. And you have this aha moment where the landscape of your life changes because you decide to allow it to change for the better. This is a pivotal moment for you right now. Okay. Cancer season is probably going to be pretty deep for you, Leo. Cancer is your 12th house. The house of undoing, the house of things that we have not dealt with, that we need to deal with. So it can be emotional, it can be very internal, and it can be really cleansing for you and clearing and helping you to transmute old energy that you need to let go of. So that's a good thing. And with this, it's saying if you have a spirit of allowance, an open heart, an open mind, and you can get yourself into the space where you are calm, Leo. So I really highly recommend a lot of deep breathing for you this week, but all throughout the whole season of Cancer is going to be very helpful for you. So taking this all in for a minute, let me just see what I see. Leo. Leo, you've been very busy and putting a lot of effort in. You've had to deal with a lot of conflicts and you had to deal with them quickly. But it's put you in a state of worry, it looks to me, and it's because you're running through your life on all cylinders, which has you going, you're in 2 minds. It has you going, you scattered, I think. I think you're a bit scattered. But I think by the end of the week, after that full moon in Capricorn, you're going to be able to take something that's kept you, something that's felt like an obligation. I am just seeing that in like big, bold letters. Obligation. Something that's felt like an obligation. Right? 9 of Wands. Obligation. Right? Taking that and freeing it. And turning what was an obligation into something that's more of a creation. So let's talk through it. All right, the 4 of Inspiration. This is the people you get together with, the people that you enjoy being around. With the Page of Inspiration, good news, talking, enjoying life. But, the obligation. So what is it that you're having to do with others? And yet, instead of feeling like a celebration, it might feel right now like an obligation for you, Leo. And maybe it's just because you're so busy. Because what I'm seeing next is the 5 of Swords, or the 5 of Voices, the Knight of Voices, And the Eight of Voices, thinking, 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 overthinking. Now this is Mercury retrograde, and we've been going through this for weeks. Mercury, the planet of Gemini and Virgo, was in retrograde throughout Gemini season, which is a lot of deep thinking. It can also be a lot of confusion because we don't really end up making our decisions until Mercury goes forward again. And you're going to feel that energy pick up from the 22nd of June through the 7th of July. That's when Mercury is really going to start quickening and moving forward again. Then you'll be able to make decisions a little bit more clearly, and you won't feel so befuddled. And you're going to get answers from places that just come out of nowhere. And that's in help from both Jupiter moving into Pisces on the 20th and then Neptune also moving retrograde into Pisces, which really helps us to find answers in unforeseen places. It comes in more like divine inspiration than having to do it intellectually to solve problems. So the universe is going to work with you here, Leo, helping you figure stuff out. But that's what you're doing with the Eight of Voices. You're trying to figure stuff out. This is when we go over it and over it and over it in our heads, which makes us feel like we have to hurry up and make a quick decision and move it forward. But that can put us in this state, the Five of Swords, which is hurry up, we gotta go. Hurry up, let's get this done. We can do this to ourselves and we can do this to other people. And if you look at this card, it's like, how do I get back to my Zen space? How can I get myself back to feeling calm again? How can I get myself back into my clarity? Because there's just so many things. It feels like I'm not enough. It feels like it's not enough. Something's not enough, and I'm having to run through my life, and it's putting me in the state of the what if game. What if, what if, what if? And that's just making me feel like, oh, it's the obligation of it all. This is, Leo, this is you trying to be very responsible, firstly. So I'm going to give you kudos because you're really trying to be very responsible. But with the Eight of Inspiration and things picking up, because Mercury in retrograde, they slow down and they make us overthink. Now with it starting to move forward from the 22nd of June, right, through July 7th, it's going to start moving forward, get back up to speed. It's going to start to pick up the energy. And when you start to move forward, when you finally do make this decision, after you go through this Two of Voices, should I, shouldn't I? Yes, no. Once you make the decision, then all your efforts are finally going to bloom. They're going to grow. That's the Empress card. So what this is saying is, yes, it's good that you're being so responsible. And yes, it's good that you're doing what you need to do for the people you're doing it for. But it's also saying you're running through your life and it's putting you in a headspace that doesn't feel good. And it's asking you instead to get inspired, to slow down, to enjoy time with your people, to inspire them and let them inspire you. And maybe realize, Leo, that you are more effective. Your energy is better served by taking time to truly just allow yourself, mind, body, and spirit to be creative. Rather than productive, creative. So instead of thinking negatively, you're thinking positively. Instead of emotionally feeling so pushed, you feel, I can't wait to get up in the morning and go. And then spiritually, instead of feeling like, oh, I've gotta, I ought to do something, you feel like I'm inspired to do something. So it's a reset, a reframing. That's the Tower. And your advice is just be. Just be in the space with others where you are and soak it up. open your eyes, open your ears, and open your mind to see the beauty and inspiration around you, to take it in. Because you don't have too much further to go. I know you're exhausted right now, I can see that, and you're running so hard through your life. But it's saying, stop and take a moment and get out of this negative mind space and let this lightning aha moment come in and help you move forward in a way that's more inspired, more creative, more positive, and more loving, Leo. You know, with Mars in your sign, Mars tells you, go now, do it. Just do it, right? But, you know, the higher octave of Mars isn't just about going to war in order to achieve something, right? The higher octave of what Mars does is that it initiates, it moves things forward, it moves energy. So that's what you're doing, moving your energy forward in a way that feels really good and really loving and really purposeful. Leo, this is about moving with a beautiful purpose, in alignment with everyone in your life that you love, because they're right there, they're right here, and you have really been in your own head, and I think that they might feel like you haven't been as accessible to them. Like you're just so busy trying to be 10 places at once, doing 10 things at once, instead of opening up to sharing the energy with everybody else. You don't have to do it all, Leo. There are people here to help you. Do it. Whatever it is that you need done. And it won't feel so hard. It won't feel like so much of an effort, at least mentally, once Mercury is moving forward, okay? And then with that full moon in Capricorn, letting go of the stuff in your schedule that just needs to be let go of. The things that are in the way of you feeling like this with your people. Getting in the way of you being able to create something from yourself that, yes, is productive, but is also just incredibly inspiring. You know, that needs to come from you. It's inside of you right now, and you're thinking about it, but you're having to just run through life doing too much. I think that's the problem. And when it puts you in this state, in this state, in this state, you know, this causes headaches and sleepless nights, and honestly, it causes conflict with others in communication. So, yeah, I think you need to give that a rest. Rest your mind and get into your heart. You know, I said before in the last couple of videos, Leo, that this is when we're dropping out of our head from Gemini season and moving into our heart into Cancer season. Something that's more comforting. So whatever needs to come down, whatever tower that needs to come down, will be rebuilt in a better and more efficient way in your life. So old habits that need to go, old things in your schedule. Capricorn is earth, right? It's the things we build in life. It's everything that we do. It's our job, it's work, it's all that. Letting some of that go. Taking the things out of your schedule that you need to so that you can bring more of this into your schedule. A little more time for some hugging and some loving and for some creation and play. Leo, you are 5th house. You need your playtime. You need to work hard, yes, but you need to play hard too. So don't forget that, okay, Leo? And I think you're going to have a much better week if you do that. Use your fire in a really positive and creative way. All right, and do, of course, always do that with kindness, reverence, and gratitude every day. I really hope that you have an excellent week. And this full moon in Capricorn for you can really help lighten your load and let some of the things in your schedule just go. All right, Leo, have some fun. It's the beginning of summer. We're going through the summer solstice and starting a new season, so I hope it's really good for you. And I'll talk to you again next week. Thank you so much. I'll see you then. Bye.